Hello students. Up to last lecture, we have seen some concepts about matrices. In first lecture, we have seen definition and types and basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication on matrices. In second lecture, we have seen elementary transformations on matrices. There are 3 row transformations and 3 column transformations. And in third lecture, we have seen finding inverse of a matrix, its definition, and we have seen methods of finding inverse of a matrix by using elementary row and column transformations. Now, in this fourth lecture, we are going to learn a concept of finding inverse of a matrix using another method, that is using adjoint method. To find inverse of a matrix using adjoint method, first we must know what are the steps in finding inverse of a matrix. So, let us learn first the steps to find inverse of a matrix using adjoint method. So, the inverse of matrix when we considering by adjoint method, again the restrictions are same. We know that only a square matrix can have a inverse, and provided that its determinant is non-zero, that is it should be a non-singular matrix. So, these two conditions are again same. Likewise, row and column transformations, the matrix must be a non-singular square matrix. Now, the steps in finding inverse of a matrix by adjoint method are: first, find determinant of A. If it is equal to 0, then inverse of the matrix doesn't exist and we have to stop the procedure. But if it is non-zero, then we can follow the next step. If it is non-zero, that is if matrix is a non-singular matrix, then first you have to find minors and cofactors. In 11 science, while learning determinants and matrices, already we have seen how to find minors and cofactors of elements of matrix or elements of determinants. Then the minor is nothing but a determinant obtained by deleting the ith row and jth column of the element, and the cofactor of an element is denoted by Aij or Cij, and it is denoted by minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij. This is definition for cofactor of an element. So, to find Mij, that is to find minor of an element, a simple procedure, that is delete ith row and jth column of the given determinant or given matrix, that will gives you the minor of that ith element. That is your second step. Then the next step is step 3, and that is write these cofactors in matrix, and we get a cofactor matrix. It is denoted by C, or sometimes it is also denoted by cofactor of A. This type of notation is also used to consider cofactor matrix C. Then in a fourth step, we have to consider determination of adjoint. The adjoint of a matrix A is nothing but cofactor transpose. Whatever may be the cofactor you have got, in a third step, consider the transpose of that matrix, that will gives you adjoint of a matrix. And in a next step, that is in a fifth step, you will get the inverse of a matrix using adjoint. So, A inverse is defined as 1 upon determinant A into adjoint of A. This is formula for finding inverse by using adjoint method. So, as a determinant is coming at the denominator, that is why we expecting determinant of A not equal to 0, that is the given matrix must be a non-singular matrix. Is it clear? Okay. So, let us see how to find inverse by considering the examples. We have seen there are 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 matrices according to our syllabus of Maharashtra State Board. So, let us consider first inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix using adjoint method, and then we will go to the 3 by 3 matrix. So, example is find inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix, and suppose that you have given A is equal to the matrix 1 2 minus 1 3. We know that we considering this matrix as a matrix we calling this first element as A11, the second element as A12, then the third element as A21 and the last element is A22. This is general representation of a matrix. Our first job is to consider step 1, that is find the determinant. It is 1 into 3 minus 2 into minus 1. So 3 minus of minus 2, it is 5, and which is not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. Okay. So once you getting that A inverse exists, you have to consider the given matrix. So it is 1 2 minus 1 3, then minor for the 1th element. So for this element, delete the first row and first column. So you are getting only this element 3, that is your minor. So therefore M11 is equal to 3. Then you have to consider M12, that is for this element. If you want to find the minor, delete the first row and second column. So you will observe that you will getting minus 1 only. So M12 is equal to minus 1. Then next M21. To find M21, delete the first column and second row, and therefore this is your minor. So M21 is equal to 2. And for the element at this position, delete its row and delete its column. So at M22 you will get 1, isn't it? So these are your minors. Once you get this, next you have to obtain their cofactors. So how the cofactors are defined? We know that cofactor Aij is defined as minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij. We have already the minors Mij. So let us see what happens. A11 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 M11. We know that minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1, that is minus 1 raised to 2 is positive value, and therefore 3 coming as it is M11. Then M12. So M12 is minus 1. So let us see what happens with A12, that is cofactor of this 1/2 element. Now it is equal to, you have to consider minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. These 1 plus 2 are coming as a power, and minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 M12 means you will get minus 1 raised to 3, that is minus, and minus of minus 1, that will gives you plus 1. Then next we have to consider M21. Then its cofactor is A21. A21 is again defined as minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1 M21, but minus 1 raised to 3 is again minus, and this 2, so you will get minus 2. And A22, that is cofactor of this element A22. Then it is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2 M22. M22 is 1, and minus 1 raised to 4 is positive. So therefore it is only 1. So these are the your cofactors: 3, 1, minus 2, 1. So 3 1 minus 2 1, that will gives your cofactor matrix. See A11, A12, A21 and A22, that is 3 1 minus 2 1, which we have just seen in a last step. And once you getting this, next you have to consider step 4, that is you have to obtain adjoint of a matrix. We have seen that adjoint of a matrix is defined as C transpose, and C transpose means write the rows as columns, or you can write the columns as rows. Therefore you will get C transpose as first column 3 minus 2 will come as a first row, second column 1 1 will come as a second row. This is your adjoint. Once you getting the adjoint, next you have to consider the inverse, and that is your last step. We know that A inverse is defined as 1 upon determinant A into adjoint of A. Therefore A inverse is equal to 1 upon, we have seen that determinant was 5. So 1 upon 5, and here the adjoint matrix is 3 minus 2, that is coming here, and 1 1, that is coming here. This way you have got inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. Now similar to this, we can consider how to find inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix using adjoint method. To find inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix using adjoint method, we have to consider one example. Suppose A is equal to, we considering 3 2 minus 1, 6 2 0 and 8 1 7. Now determinant of A, if you considering, then it is 3 into determinant of this 2017, isn't it? Then the second term will comes with negative sign, so minus 2 into, you have to consider a determinant of 6 8 0 7. Okay, so 6 0 8 7. Then next you have to consider minus 1 into, this is your next expansion cofactor. So minus 1 into, you have to consider now that delete this row and this column. So what is remaining? 6 2 8 1, that will be your next determinant, 6 2 8 1. And if you simplifying, 3 into 14 minus 2 into 42 minus 0 and minus 1 into 6 minus 16. So therefore you will get 3 into 14 minus 2 into 42 and 1 into minus 1 into minus 10, and therefore 42 minus 84 plus 10, that is equal to minus 32, which is not equal to 0. Therefore A inverse exists. Now we have to consider the given matrix A is 3 2 minus 1 6 2 0 and 8 1 7. So find minors and their cofactors. We know that the cofactor is defined as Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij. So I plus j if odd, then you getting negative sign. I plus j if even, you getting the positive sign, that is no sign change there. So minors are M11 is equal to, it is obtained by deleting this first row and first column. So that determinant is 2017 and that will give 14. Therefore A11 is equal to plus M11, because 1 plus 1, that is 2, it is even, and therefore that is plus M1, so 14 coming as it is. M12 is equal to, you have to now delete the first row and second column. So 6087, that is equal to 42. Now if you considering A12, 1 plus 2, that is 3, 3 is odd number, so you will get minus M12 and therefore it is minus 42. Is that clear? Okay. Now similar to this you can consider M13. For M13 you have to delete the first row and third column, so that will gives you M13 is equal to 6281 and 6281 is equal to minus 10. Therefore A13 is equal to plus M13, that is the same sign remains, means minus sign remains as it is, therefore minus 10 is your next consideration. Similarly you can obtain the minors and cofactors of remaining elements. Already we have seen for 3 elements. Okay. Now we have to consider for this next element. For this next element, delete the row and column. So you will get 2 minus 1 17. Therefore M21 is equal to 15, and therefore A21 is equal to minus M21, that is minus 15. Similarly M22, if you want to find M22, you have to delete the second row and second column. So 3 minus 1 8 7, that will come in, and therefore it is equal to 29. So 21 plus 8, that is 29. So 2 plus 2 even, therefore M22, and that is 29 as it is. M23, that is for this element you have to delete the row and column of that element. So 3281, that will be your next determinant. Is it clear? So 3 minus 16, it is minus 13. Now as 2 plus 3 it is odd, therefore you will get minus M23, that is minus of minus 13 is plus 13. Similarly M31, that is if you want to consider for this element, the minor is obtained by deleting its row and column. So 2 minus 1 2 0, and therefore you will get it is plus 2. Again 31 means even summation, so M31 remains as it is, that is plus 2. Is it clear? Similarly, again the remaining two elements are M32 now. Now if you want to obtain for this, delete this row and this column. So 3 minus 1, 6, 0. And therefore what you will get? 6. So as 3 plus 2 is odd, so here you will get minus M32 and therefore it is minus 6. M33, that is for this last element now, 33 element, you have to delete the last row and last column. So 3262, that will be your next determinant. So its value is 6 minus 12, that is minus 6. 3 plus 3 it is even, isn't it? 3 plus 3 it is even, therefore M33 as it is and therefore minus 6. Hence we have obtained the matrix of cofactors, that is just we have seen these values. These are your last two values, minus 6, those are appearing here. Other values are already previously obtained, those are written here. Now you have to consider its adjoint. To consider adjoint, you have to consider transpose of this, that is first row 14 minus 42 minus 10, that will appear as a first column in a adjoint. So a adjoint is equal to cofactor transpose. You observe that 14 minus 15, 2, that was your first column. That 14 minus 15, 2, that was your first column, and this first column appears as a first row. This second column appears as a second row. This third column appears as a third row in a transpose. Okay, so that's why your adjoint of matrix, that is cofactor transpose, is like this. Once you getting this, you have to obtain A inverse. We have seen that it is 1 upon determinant A into adjoint of A. Therefore A inverse is equal to minus 1 upon 32. We have already seen that the determinant was minus 32, and therefore minus 1 upon 32 into this cofactor matrix that we have considered here, that is coming as it is, that will gives required inverse of a matrix. Now whenever you want to check whether your determination of inverse is correct or not, just consider this obtained A inverse and your original matrix A and check A into A inverse is equal to I. If that's coming equal to I, then it indicates that your determination is correct. If that's not coming I, then it is clear that you have done some mistake somewhere. That confirms that your determination is correct or not. Is that clear? Okay. So now we're going to consider some short tricks to find inverse of 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 matrices. So shortcuts to find inverse of matrices. If you considering trick to find inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix, then we can consider if A is equal to the matrix A11, A12, A21, A22, then its inverse is obtained by 1 upon determinant A. Then this will appear as a element here. Then this will appear as a element here. Is it clear? So what this indicates, these elements are interchanged, and this element is as it is here but with opposite sign. This element is as it is but with opposite sign, means there is a sign change in these two elements and these two elements are interchanging, and therefore the short trick is like this. You can consider here determinant of A is definitely not expected to be 0. So swap A11 and A22, that is swap these elements and change signs of A12 and A21. This way you can consider the determination of inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. Next we have to consider trick to find inverse of 3 by 3 matrix. If you want to find inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix, then for that you have to consider A is equal to the matrix 1, minus 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. To find A inverse, consider the solution in this way. Again, you have to consider determinant. Determinant is equal to 1 into minus 3, then minus minus plus 1 into product of these minus product of these two, that is you will get minus 9, and plus 2 into product of these two elements and minus product of these two elements. So therefore you will get 2 into minus 3 plus 2. So therefore you will get minus 3, minus 9 and minus 2. Therefore actually 2 into minus 1, and therefore it is clear that minus 12 minus 2 it is minus 14, and therefore you have got determinant of this is equal to minus 14. Therefore A inverse exists. Now if you considering the cofactor matrix, we are going to use a simple trick. We know that here the position is A11, so plus sign, A12 it's a minus sign, A13 it's a plus sign again. This way you can consider a sign rule for the cofactor matrix, and whatever may be the minors, those if written along with these signs, that will gives you the required cofactor matrix directly. So here what's your cofactor matrix? So plus minus plus, minus plus minus and plus minus plus. How to remember this? Just start with the plus sign and alternate plus minus signs are there in the rows or in the columns. That you have to remember. Okay, and other signs are also alternate. Now once you considering this, it is clear that your given matrix A is this one. Now for finding the minor of this element, what to do? You have to delete the first row and first column. So therefore what you will get? Here these two rows are disappearing. Now this determinant will come here. Okay, so 1 into minus 3 and minus 1 into 0. So what's that? 1 into minus 3 minus 1 into 0, it is minus 3. So that minus 3 will appear here along with plus sign. Suppose we want to consider next. To find the next, you have to consider this minus 1 is your next element. So delete this row and this column. That will you see. These two things are disappearing, and therefore you have to consider product of this and minus product of this. So you will get 3 into minus 3 minus minus 2 into 0, and that will give minus 9. So minus 9 will appear here. In this way you will get. In the next, you have to obtain minor of this, and for that you have to consider delete this row and this column. So you will observe that this appears. Now product of these two minus product of these two. So 3 into minus 1 minus minus 2 into 1. So it is minus 3 plus 2, it is minus 1, and therefore you will get minus 1 here at this 1/3 position. In this manner you can obtain the remaining minors, and those are written here along with these proper signs that will gives you the cofactor matrix. The next element, that is 3, A21. For A21 delete the second row and first column. So again product of this and this. So what you will get? Yes, it is plus 5. So plus 5 will appear here. You will observe that. Okay, so plus 5 will appear here. In the next, you have to consider again the matrix, and for this you want to find, so eliminate second row and second column, so that will disappear, and you will get the product of these two elements minus product of these two elements, that will gives plus 1. In this way you will get. Okay, in the next step you have to consider this element. For this element delete the second row and last column. So you will observe they are disappeared, and therefore you have to consider product of this minus product of this. So what is that? You will get 1 into minus 1 and minus minus 2 into minus 1. So that is minus 3, that will appear here. So in a similar manner you can consider the next element here to find the minor of this. The row and column of that is disappearing. Then you have to consider this product. Okay, minus 1 into 0 and minus 1 into 2. So that is minus 2, that is minus 2 appearing here. In the next step you want to find the minor of this element, that will come by disappearing this row and column, and you have to consider 1 into 0 minus 3 into 2, isn't it? So that is minus 6. So minus 6 will appear here, and at the last position you have to consider minor of this. For that the last row and last column disappears, and you have to consider the product of these elements minus product of these elements. So you will get plus 4, that will appear here. So you will observe that here minus 3 plus 9 minus 1 minus 5 1 plus 3 and minus 2 6 4, these are your elements in the cofactor. So Hence, whenever we considering adjoint, we need a cofactor. The cofactor matrix we have just seen that it is with appropriate signs plus minus plus, minus plus minus and plus minus plus. And we have seen that the cofactors we have obtained are minus 3, minus 9, minus 1, minus 5, 1, minus 3 and minus 2, minus 6 and plus 4. Hence, adjoint of a matrix is nothing but cofactor transpose. So, it is clear that our cofactor matrix is nothing but this matrix, and that is why if you considering the determination of its adjoint, you have to consider its transpose. So, that is why adjoint matrix will be, you will observe that this minus 3, 9, minus 1 that will appear as a first column, minus 5, 1, 3 that will appear as a second column, minus 2, 6, 4 that will appear as a third column. So, this way you will get adjoint of a matrix. Now, once you getting this adjoint, then we have to think about, actually this was your original matrix, 1 minus 1 2 3 1 0 minus 2 minus 1 minus 3, and if you considering its determinant, then determinant of A is equal to 1 into, you have to consider minus 3 and minus of minus 1 into 0. So, minus 3 minus 0, it is minus 3 that will come in here. Then next element is minus minus, it become plus 1. So, plus 1 into, you have to consider the product of these two elements, minus 9 and 0. So, plus 1 into minus 9 that will appear here, and for this element you have to consider the product of these two elements minus product of these two elements. So, minus 3 plus 2 that is coming here, and therefore, you will observe that it is minus 3, minus 9 and 2 into minus 1, and therefore, it is minus 12 minus 2, that is minus 14, that is your determinant, and therefore, determinant of A is equal to minus 14, and hence the required inverse of a matrix is obtained by using the formula A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A into adjoint. We have just seen that this is your adjoint matrix. So, this is divided by minus 14, that is your required inverse of a matrix. So, this is your A inverse, 1 upon minus 14, and this is your adjoint. In this way, you will find inverse of a matrix by using a short trick. Next, we are going to consider some examples from our textbook, that is Maharashtra textbook. First example is find the cofactors of elements of the following. Suppose we considering first example minus 1, 2, minus 3, 4. So, given matrix is this one. To find the cofactors, what we have to do? You have to consider A11, that is given elements are, this is A11, this is A12, this is A21 and this is A22. Then you have to obtain minors first. How the minors are obtained? To obtain the minor of this, you have to delete this row and this column. So, 4 is the minor. Okay. To obtain the minor of this, you have to delete this row and this column. So, minus 3 is the minor. Then to obtain minor of this, you have to delete this column and this row. So, 2 is the minor. And for obtaining minor of this element, you have to delete last row and last column. Minus 1 is your required minor. Once you getting these minors along with the appropriate sign, they will give you cofactors like this. So, A11, how that is obtained? Minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into 4, that is plus 4, because minus 1 raised to 2 is there. Here minus 1 raised to 3 is there. So, minus of minus 3, it is plus 3. Minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1 into 2, that is minus 2 is there. Minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2 into minus 1, that is minus 1 is there. This way you can obtain. Next example is 3 by 3 and you want to find the cofactors. Now again, for obtaining the minor of this element, what to do? You have to delete the first row and first column. So 3, 5, 0, minus 1, that will gives you minus 3 as a minor, and therefore as 1, 1 is there, so even minus 1 raised to even, so it is remaining minus 3 as it is. Similarly, you can consider next elements. For second element minus 1, what to do? Delete the first row and second column. So minus 2, 5, minus 2, minus 1, these are your elements in determinant. So it will give 12, but for A12 it is minus 1 raised to odd, therefore it is minus 12. Then similarly you can find for the next element, that is A13. This A13 minor is obtained by deleting first row and last column. So minus 2, 3, minus 2, 0. This way you will get the next, that is 1, 3 even power, therefore 6 remains as it is. Is that clear? This way you can obtain the remaining minors. You will observe that one by one. Okay, here A21 is coming, then A22 is coming. If you want to obtain A22, that is the minor of this element, to obtain the minor of this element, delete this row and this column. So what you will get? 1, 2, minus 2, minus 1 here. So minus 1 plus 4, what is that? 3. In this way you will get the resultant. Similarly, for the next element, that is A23, you will get the minor in this way. Similarly, for 3, 1, 3, 2 and 3, 3, you will get the minors. Now once you get all the cofactors, you can stop, because we have to obtain cofactors only here, not the inverse. Now next example, find adjoint of the following matrix. If you want to find adjoint, then consider the matrix A. Again, likewise previous, you have to consider an element, its minor. How this minor is obtained? Delete this row and this column, so you are getting 5. And how its cofactor is obtained? By formula minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1, that is even, so 5 remains as it is. Similarly, you can obtain for the second element. For this element, the minor is obtained by deleting this row and this column, so 3 is your minor, and since 1 plus 2 is odd power, therefore minus 3 we are getting in place of 3. Odd power gives you negative value. Similarly, for this element, you have to delete second row and first column, so minus 3 will be your next minor. See here, isn't it? Minus 3 is your next minor, but as A21 when we are obtaining, that is when we are obtaining cofactor, you have to consider minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 raised to odd, therefore minus of minus, that becomes plus. And for this last element, you have to obtain the minor by deleting the last row and last column, so 2 is your minor. See here, 2 is your minor, and therefore A22 is equal to 2 as it is, because even power. Therefore the cofactor matrix, that is the matrix of this element, this element, this element and this element, because these all are 4 cofactors. So this is your cofactor matrix 5, 3, isn't it? 5, 3, this 3, this 3 and this 2, this 2. So they are coming here, and once you getting, then you can consider its inverse, you can consider its adjoint just by considering transpose of this. You will observe that the first row that appears as a first column, the second row that appears as a second column. That clear? This way you can obtain adjoint of a matrix. Then in the next step, you are going to consider determination of inverse of a 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 matrix. So next example consisting of find inverse of a following matrix by adjoint method. Solution. Here first step is to find its determinant. It's coming 13 minus 2 plus 15, minus 2 plus 15. So that's why it is plus 13, which is not equal to 0, therefore A inverse exists. These are your minors. I have directly obtained them. So for first element, what you have to do? Delete this row and this column. So 2 is your minor. It is with plus sign. because minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 is there. So that's coming 2 as it is. Is that clear? Similarly, A12 is equal to plus 3, A21 is equal to minus 5 and A22 is equal to minus 1. These are your cofactors. Once you getting these cofactors, you can consider cofactor matrix. So 2, 3, 5 and minus 1. These are your cofactors. Okay, 2, 3, minus 5, minus 1. These are your cofactors. Then you have to consider its adjoint. Adjoint is obtained by taking first row as a first column and second row as a second column, that is transpose is taken, and then you have to find A inverse by using the formula A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A into adjoint. So 1 upon 13 and this is your adjoint 2 minus 5, 3 minus 1. Is that clear? Similarly, we will see the next example, that is matrix of order 3 by 3 and it's consisting of entries 1 0 0, 3 3 0 and 5 2 minus 1. This is lower triangular matrix. So let us see what happens in case of lower triangular matrix. So suppose we considering its determinant. We know that for a lower triangular matrix the determinant is equal to product of diagonal elements. So 1 into 3 into minus 1, it is minus 3. Is that clear? Then you have to consider, therefore A inverse exists and therefore to find cofactors. This is your cofactor related to first element. So delete the first row and first column. What you will get? 3 0 2 minus 1. Is it clear? And it is with positive sign because minus 1 raised to even number is there. So that's coming as it is. So minus 3 is your first element. Similarly, you can consider A12. For A12, minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 is there, and therefore you will get minus of minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 is there. Here minus sign is expected. Minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 is there. So minus sign is coming here because odd power 1 plus 2 it is 3, isn't it? And therefore again 3 0 5 minus 1. See here, for this element you have to delete this and this. So 3 0 5 minus 1. In this way you will get the next minor and its cofactor. Similarly, you will find A13. Is that clear? Then we will find A21. So for this element, delete the second row and first column. So 0 0 2 minus 1, but with odd power, therefore minus sign. So it is 0 actually. Then similarly we can find A22, you can find A23, you can find A31, you can find A32. Are you getting? Then 3 So once you getting all the cofactors, you have to write cofactor matrix. So the cofactor matrix is all these elements. You will observe this minus 3 coming as a first element, 3 coming as a second element, then minus 9 will come here as a third element, then 0 as a fourth element, minus 1 as a fifth element, then minus 2 as a sixth element, 0 as a element in 3 1 position, then 0 again at 3 2 position, and again this one, okay, at last position. Now this is your cofactor matrix. Once you considering cofactor matrix, adjoint is obtained by taking its transpose. So this first row appears as a first column, second row appears as a second column, third row appears as a third column. Now once you getting this, then you have to consider the determination of inverse. We have seen that the determinant was minus 3. So A inverse is obtained by considering 1 upon determinant A into adjoint, that is 1 upon minus 3 and these elements. Now you will observe that the given matrix was lower triangular and its inverse is also a lower triangular matrix. Okay, this way you can consider finding inverse of a matrix using adjoint method. Okay, in our next lecture, now we are going to consider the application of inverse to find solution of systems of linear equations. Here we are going to consider two methods. The first method is called as inversion method and the second method is called as reduction method. Here in inversion method we are going to use actual inverse of a matrix, and in reduction method we are going to use elementary row transformations to find solutions of systems of linear equations. Thank you very much.